and we'll do the practice. Now gently you can lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders if you're seated. If not, just settle into wherever you are. And start by taking 3 slow breaths, exhaling a little longer than you inhale. If you can close your eyes as you're doing the breathing practice, it's wonderful. You can try to close your eyes. And do the humming bee breathing. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. And as you exhale, hum. We'll do this for 5 cycles. I'll keep myself on mute as you do this. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, and hum. We just did humming bee breathing. So if you're just joining us, you can do the humming bee breathing. And whenever you finish the humming bee breathing, just bring your entire attention to your body and just stay with bodily sensations. You might notice the body weight on the seat, your breath moving in and out in your body. Just allow your attention to settle into these daily experiences. This anchoring helps you build the skill of concentration. Now gently you can open your eyes and bring your entire attention to your outer experiences. So in this practice, your thoughts, feelings, emotions will be distraction. We'll only place our attention only on outer experiences, things we see, sounds we hear, and sensations we have in the body. And just freely float your attention here and see where it lands. We're not looking for anything special or interesting. We're just seeing how our mind works. Where does my attention land? If it goes to a sound or silence, label it as here. If it goes to an object you're seeing around you, label it as see. And if it goes to any kind of physical sensation, not emotional, physical sensation, label it as feel. Keeping eyes open in practice can seem challenging, but do your best to keep it open. Once your attention lands on an experience, just notice the details. If you are seeing this for the first time or hearing this for the first time, feeling this for the first time, what would you notice if you didn't have a concept about that experience? You just need to anchor your attention into one experience for a few seconds where your mind takes you. Use the word see, hear, or feel, and just notice the details of that one experience. You're just joining us. We're doing a see, hear, feel out practice where you're keeping your eyes open and allowing your attention to float only across the outer experiences. If your attention gets pulled to your thoughts or emotional body sensations, gently bring it back just to outer experiences. You're building your concentration by repeatedly staying with one outer experience at least for a few seconds. You're building your sensory clarity by understanding how your mind actually works, every moment where your mind travels. And you're building your equanimity by just allowing experiences to arise and pass. You are not your experiences, they arise and they pass. We'll do this for a few more minutes. Attention becomes a challenge, just label out loudly. See, hear, or feel. Notice the urge to close your eyes. That's a feel. If you notice the sounds around you, notice the direction, the location. Is it getting louder, softer, closer, farther? Move away from the content of what you hear to the quality. Move away from the positive, negative, good, bad, to what the experience actually feels like, sounds like. Move away from the judgment. Just see things as they are. It can move from one experience to another or might keep coming back to the same. Both are fine. Now, gently, you can close your eyes, let go of the see, hear, feel out practice, and bring your entire attention to setting your intention for today. Reflect on all the things that need to be done today. And think of what quality you're going to embody as you go through the day. Use that quality as your guiding principle all through the day. If you want to be calm and peaceful and you're getting agitated, use agitation as a reminder to evoke calm and peace. And if you're ending your day, think of 3 things you're grateful for. Now, gently bring your attention towards your body and reflect on how you're just a community manager for these trillions of cells in the body. They know exactly what to do, how to do it. Take a moment to express deep gratitude to your body for all that it does for you. Now, gently place your right hand on your chest and repeat these statements of loving kindness. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be safe in body and mind. May I live life with ease. May I feel held and supported within. Now, gently send these wishes to friends, family, loved ones. Visualize them being happy, healthy, peaceful, living life with ease, and having enough self-compassion. We don't know the battles people are fighting each day in their minds. All we can do is wish well for them. Now, gently reaffirm with these words, everything is always working out for my highest and best. I choose to let go of thoughts, behaviors, patterns that don't serve me any longer. I am safe. I am blessed. And I trust the process of life. Take 3 slow and gentle breaths, each time exhaling a little longer than you inhale. Rub your palms together, place it over your eyes, and gently transition. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. If anyone has to ask or share anything, you can stay, else you're free to leave.
Thank you, Preeti. Have a great day. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Ritu.
Thank you,
Bye.
Preeti.
Thank you, Poonam. See you.
See.
Hi Priti, I have one quick question.
Yes.
When we are doing the see, hear, feel practice,
Yeah.
and we are focusing on suppose see,
Yeah.
or we are focusing suppose on the hear part.
Yeah.
So at that time, and this
Yeah.
is the outer see, hear, feel practice. So at that
Yeah.
time, the see is also simultaneously happening anywhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So should we close the eyes, or should we? It's okay, like just focus on the hear part and see, let it happen as it is. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so sense experiences happen, multiple of them happen together at a particular time, right? So when we are doing
Right.
see here feel, we are going, it's a free floating strategy. So you're going where your attention is taking you. If your attention is more strongly pulling you to the here, you'll stay with the here. If it is strongly pulling you to the see, you will stay with see. Sometimes you might feel, okay, it's pulling at the same intensity with see and here. Just pick one and stay with it. So this we call as exclusive labeling, where we are labeling one sense experience at a time. There's something called as inclusive also, where you can label it as see here. But we don't want to get into it right now. We'll do it much later. Is that making sense so far? Is that what you were asking for?
Uh, yes, just a little more clarity. Like,
Yeah,
um, I am hearing, and I
yeah,
really love the birds chirping
yeah,
in the garden.
yeah,
And at the same time, I'm seeing
yeah,
a nice, beautiful flower.
yeah,
So both are actually drawing my attention.
yeah,
And you said that okay, we can label it, and then
yeah,
we can go to the detail of
yeah,
anyone.
yeah. You pick one and label and go to the details and notice the details.
So the focus, if we are increasing the focus and concentration um as with this practice, then
Yeah.
that principle says that we need to little stay a little longer with that experience, right?
See, there is sustained focus, there's momentary focus. Okay. Both are ultimately it's happening moment by moment. If you stay longer, you're developing sustained concentration, which is what you do in traditional practices. Like breathing
Hmm.
practice, when you're doing, you're coming back to the same breath again and again, right? So that is sustained concentration practice. So this is momentary concentration practice. So you're noticing the sound of the birds, you label it as here. If your attention is constantly drawn to the sound of the birds, you stay with it, right? You can continue to label it all through the practice. There's no problem with that. But if your attention is drifting away, but you like the sound of the birds, okay? Say my attention has gone to the sound of the traffic, but I want to stay with the sound of the birds, and you bring yourself back. That is also okay, but you are not working with the equanimity skill in that place because you're getting pulled into the sound of the birds. Making sense?
Okay.
You're not going where your
So
attention is taking you. The practice is I go where my attention takes me, I stay with it for a few seconds, I release my attention. If my attention is going back to the same place again and again, I stay with that. But if my attention drifts to something else, I go there.
okay. So this is less of concentration practice, more of equanimity practice. Then.
No, it is
Um,
also a concentration practice. But see, you can build concentration either by sustained focus or momentary focus. In that,
Momentary focus seems to be like drifting always, right? Maybe every second we are drifting to
yeah,
something
so
and we
you're
are just
trying to stay
letting it
with,
go.
so you're staying with one experience at least for 3 to 9 seconds. So if you're hearing the sound of the bird, your attention is landed there. To notice the details, you need to stay with that experience at least for 3 to 9 seconds. That's how you're building
Even though
momentum.
I'm getting, yeah, even though I'm getting pulled towards
Yes.
another sound, I
Yeah.
still at least focus and try to keep my attention.
Yeah.
sustain there for 3 to 9 seconds at least.
Yes. Yes.
That
Yes.
will be helpful in that.
Yes. That is
Only after
momentary.
3 to. Okay.
Yeah. After 3 to 9 seconds, you go where your attention is taking you. In case that sound has vanished, you go to the next experience that comes up. So what you're doing is you're just tying down your mind every few seconds into something which is happening in the real time. Right? So that way you're developing momentary concentration. In that moment, your concentration is very deep. In sustained concentration practices, you can sit for 1 hour. Sometimes your concentration may not be so deep. Both practices have their benefit, but sustained concentration practices works in a particular way where you consider everything else as distraction except the object of focus for a long period of time. Here, for this 3 to 9 second period of time, I'm considering this as my object of focus, wherever my attention is drawn to, and I'm staying with that completely. And then I release my attention and I see where my attention is going. It could come back to the same experience. It could become a sustained focus practice if my attention keeps going back to the same experience. But if it doesn't, it goes where it chooses to. So you're still building concentration, clarity, and equanimity skills. Be it sustained, be it momentary, you're still building the same skills.
Concentration, clarity, and equanimity.
Yes.
All three are getting built with this practice.
Yeah, with this or with sustained focus, with any traditional practice you do, like breathing, or you're doing mantra chanting. What are you doing in breathing? You're concentrating on breath. Your object of focus is the breath. You're repeatedly bringing your attention back to the breath. That's how you're developing the skill of concentration. Here, how are you developing the skill of concentration? By allowing your attention to float and staying with one experience for a few seconds. Right? And whenever you notice you've stopped labeling, you're coming back to the practice. That's how you're developing concentration. Sensory clarity here is to detect, okay, what is see, what is hear, what is feel, differentiating them, being able to notice and label them is sensory clarity. In breathing practice, what is your sensory clarity? Noticing if it's cold breath or warm breath across your nose, whether your belly is moving, based on whatever kind of breathing practice you're doing, right? Then your sensory clarity becomes that. Do I have clarity about how I'm focusing on this object of focus, right? That becomes your sensory clarity. And your equanimity is, can I allow these experiences to arise and pass? Be it with this practice, it might be that birds are sounding very nice. I want to stay with it longer, right? That is, you're getting pulled into an experience. But can you allow that to go and just go where the attention takes you? Whereas in breathing practice, equanimity could be like, I'm feeling very restless, I'm getting very bored. It's the same thing again and again. Can I keep that in the background and come back to what I need to do? So that is equanimity. So you're developing these three skills in either practices. Any practice you do, you develop the skills.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Great. Great.